prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Welcome back to the PM Show. Weekend edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. That, ladies and gentlemen, one and only Robert Conrad. So we got a story, huh?
Yeah, but wait a minute. You know I'm a freak for music. You know that.
It's not bad.
It's all right. It's all right. Well, I'm like it. Yeah, it's like, I like it. We're getting there.
He starts them out slow and they grow on.
Oh, hey, we're getting there, brother. That's all I'm telling you. We're getting there. All right, now to move on. The story was, so this guy says, hey, I'm not going to go to in front of the camera until I get my per diem in cash.
Because he got the check, he had the check.
Yes, and the producer was not out there on location. She was in the office, so she calls her dad, and who wasn't working that day, who was asleep, and she says, Dad, the guy won't go to work. And I said, what is it? And she said, it's 200 and whatever. I said, I got it. Okay. Call him up, tell him to go to work, and tell him his per diem's coming. And she said, he won't. I said, well, just tell him. So I get in the car, and I drive to location.
Wait, she woke you up, you're driving right away,
Yeah,
right?
so I drive location, and I get there, and I see a bunch of guys all standing around, smoking and drinking coffee on Uncle Bob, because it was my company, of course.
Costing you money because it's nobody's doing
so
it.
Anyway, I said, knocked on the door, said, here's your money, go to work. And he said, oh man, I'll repay the company. I said, no, the company didn't give you the money, I gave it to you. Now don't ever, ever, ever do this again on my company. Now get to work.
And did he?
Of course he did. You didn't hear any rumors, because the National Enquirer would have a ball with that.
Was this a famous
Conrad
actor?
knocks out actor. What?
Was this a famous actor?
They're all famous.
All
actors.
They're all actors.
Famous. Come on, give me a break.
Okay.
Instead of real work, we become actors.
Exactly. There you go.
Now let's go to Nancy, who's been waiting forever. Marcy, rather. It's Marcy in Indiana.
It's Marcy in Indiana. You're on CRN, the PM Show Weekend Edition with Robert Conrad.
Oh my gosh, look who showed up. Oh my gosh, look who showed up. Pamela from Phoenix. Okay, Marcy, what's up, babe?
Hi, first of all, I'm so glad you made it. I'm sad to hear you had such a bad week, but I'm kind of a new listener, and I tell you, I can't wait for Thursdays to come on.
Well, you know what? That's the truth. I can't wait for Thursdays to come on, too. I'm going to tell you, I've been offered 3 significant opportunities to get back in front of the camera in the last 12 months. I've got 4 scripts on my desk to read, 1 for my opinion, 2 for my what I do, and it's not going to happen. This is what I do, and this is what I enjoy, and I'm glad that you enjoy it the same as I do. That makes it work for me. So what's up, kid?
Well, I have 2 questions, since there's no guest today, if I might ask 2 questions.
Yes, there is a guest.
I thought there was no guest.
No, you're the guest, babe.
Oh.
So you can ask your 2 questions.
Hey, without you and without these,
Excuse me, I'm really nervous.
there's no show without you and without RG and without... She called.
Oh, yeah.
She called. Pamela called. I'm excited. Go ahead, Marcy, what's up?
Okay, well, actually, it's funny that you talk about getting some scripts, because the question I have is about the episode that you did on Just Shoot Me. It was just on TV yesterday.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll get a residual.
That's good.
That's another $31.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you how much I enjoyed it. I've seen it like 10 times. I TiVo'd it.
Hey, I enjoyed it too. I've only seen it once, but I enjoyed doing it. I did it, and I did it live, which was fun. and my driver, Tim Kelly, took off and was my, he rehearsed me. He gave me the lines, and we rehearsed together because it was a live show, and that's a lot more exciting than doing a film that isn't live. So go ahead, Rowan. I'm sorry.
Well, that was one of the questions I was going to ask you, because when you first appeared, you appear in the doorway, and you got such a great response, and I was wondering if that was a live audience, because certainly I can see the audience responding that way to you. That was just so funny. I mean, everybody watched it here, and I've got like 6 friends of mine who I told about your show, and we're all crazy about you, so we were all watching it. And I didn't know there were any interesting stories or anything about that happened, especially since it was
interesting. Yeah,
well, that was my last. Work in film, and I look forward to it because I said it was live, and the cast of Just Shoot Me, they were terrific.
They were great. Huh?
Yeah.
I think I could tell that everyone was having a good time, and the parts where you kept telling that, I think her character's name was Nina, you kept saying, "Ma'am." Sometimes your face was a little like to the side. You couldn't see you straight ahead, but I could always see this little bit of a smile in your face every time you said "ma'am," like you were about to also laugh because it was so funny.
Well, I'm going to share.
You enjoyed that part.
Marcy, I'm going to share something with you. Now, you had another question, but I'm going to share something with you about that show after you ask me the next question. What's that, Marcy?
Okay, the next question is this. Since I'm a new listener, I've had, for the last month and a half, I've been going over YouTube and things, trying to catch up with all the shows. And as part of doing that, I came across a singer named Ray Peterson.
Yeah?
And I was a teenager, like in the 70s, late 70s, but even back then, I was always listening to the 50s music.
Right.
So even though I didn't grow up in the 50s, I kind of pride myself as knowing a lot about the singers from back then.
Right.
But I had never heard of him.
You tell Laura I love her or something like that?
Yeah, I didn't know that was him, but I heard his rendition of, the one with Elvis Presley, what's it called? Geez, I can't remember the name now. I'm so nervous.
Well, calm down. Will you just listen? Take it easy. Take it easy. It's Conrad Robert Falk. That's
I don't drink, but I wish I did.
Take it easy.
Take it easy and ask the question.
Oh, I know. It's The Wonder of You. That was it.
Okay, Wonder of You? No, I don't know. I missed it. All right, but I'm going to tell you a story about that. We're going into commercial, and then we're going to get to Ohio and to RG, and we're definitely going to get to Pam. Because Marcy, she's gotten more response than anybody in the 2.5 years that I've done this show.
Who, Pamela has?
Yeah. So hey, thanks for being part of the show. Thanks for calling.
Get ready for your story. He's going to tell you a story.
You got a great story coming up that happened on that show, and it's the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Oh, great. Good God.
Okay, don't tell anyone. It's kind of confidential.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for the call. There she is, 1-800-336-2225. We got a line open for you. New listeners always welcome. 800-336-2225. Our email address is rconrad, the letter R in Conrad, CONRAD, at crni.net. So send us an email, especially if you're listening on the weekends here. We'll be back.
The best age for your child to learn to read is during the first 5 years of life. Kathleen discovered this